Hello and welcome to No Sevens Dice Club College Football Edition, Week 5, 2024. As you can tell by my voice, I'm a little bit under the weather. I'm coming down with something. I thought it was COVID at first, but it's not COVID. Took the COVID test. I'm all right. It might be my allergies or me just working like a crazy person over the past couple of weeks. I've been everywhere and doing everything. But I want to show you guys. I always tell you I'll film these late at night sometimes because I just don't have time. So I'm going to bring this into view. That is 1:15 in the morning on Friday, September 27th. So that's how late I am filming this before I do the video edits, and then I go to bed, and I got to be back up at 6 o'clock. So maybe that's probably the reason why I'm underneath the weather. Anyway, getting off my rant, my soapbox. Last week we did 4-1. Had a great week. Tennessee and Oklahoma just didn't get the over for me. Fell short by I think 10 points. Other than that, 4-1. What more can you ask for? Finish out September with another winning season. Another winning season. Another winning month. Apologize. I'm under the weather. And it's 1:15 in the morning. So that's one. September's usually the hardest month for me to get right. So I'm really excited. I'm not going to take any early victories because I know October and November are still here. And we're getting ready to do October. But as you can see, we won all the seasons in 23 and all the seasons in 22. So, and then our total record, I know the glare is on it. Let's see if I can't move it. It's 11-5, 11 wins, 5 losses. So we're doing good. We need a couple more weeks where we can go ahead and keep bumping it up, because right now we're kind of like at 50-50, we want to be better. So, all right, here we go. Week 4 notes. Mac Brown almost leaves. I told you. Max Johnson, even though he's got a broken leg, he's out for the season. He is like the kiss of death. He is the black widow of getting coaches fired. And a lot of you guys commented and said, "No Sevens, you don't know what you're talking about." After I posted that, and well, guess what? Almost happened again. And UNC goes, "Whoa, you ain't going anywhere. You're coming back." I understand that was a horrible loss, and we're going through our third quarterback in pretty much 4 weeks, but don't leave the program. You're the one that put us on the map, So Mac Brown decided to stay. Players rallied around him. The team, support staff, everybody rallied around him. It was really, really cool to see. But I'm telling you, man, if Mac Brown would have left, I would have done probably a 30-minute rant on Max Johnson. So I'm glad Mac Brown is back. I really like Mac Brown. Been watching him since I've been pretty much growing up. Really great coach. Bama versus Georgia this week. Oh my God, I wish Nick Saban was still coaching for Alabama. Really great game. I didn't put it on my board, but I really, 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 really believe Bama's going to win this. It's going to be a heavy slugfest game. Bama's the only one that's been beating Georgia. Georgia's been on a winning streak for the past couple of seasons. I think they have 29-0, 30-0 win streak. So Bama's looking to upset that. This is the regular season, like 30 straight wins in the regular season, not postseason and everything else. So, really looking forward to this. If anybody's going to beat Georgia, it's probably going to be Bama, or it could be Texas. But this is going to be a great week coming up to see this game. I'm really looking forward to it. Want to see how the new head coach does for Alabama. I have his name on the top of my head, but I'm so stuffy right now I can't even think straight. And just looking forward to this game. How about the Tennessee game? I mean, they were saying on game day they haven't played anybody. They really haven't played anybody. They haven't been tested. Well, you don't know how good Oklahoma is, but Tennessee looks legit. And I don't know. It's always been a rival, Tennessee and Bama playing. And now that they got this new SEC structure, I'm not sure if Bama and Tennessee are going to play. The Cigar Bowl, I think they call it. Where you smoke your cigars, smoke them if you got them, kid. Um, yeah, I'm delirious. I'm like drinking cough syrup like crazy to finish this video. So anyway, I'm hoping that Tennessee and Alabama play because that'd be a really good. You can finally get to see because Alabama's just been owning Tennessee since Nick Saban's pretty much been there. They've had some pretty close games, and Tennessee's won a few, but not as many. And I feel like this is a good chance to really reclaim a lot of loss and hurt feelings coming up if Tennessee and Alabama ever play this season. But Tennessee's looking great. The Oakland A's are leaving. I know this has nothing to do with college football. It has to do with baseball, MLB. But that stadium in Oakland is really nice. You can tell it's from the 60s. It literally is a coliseum. It's shaped in like a coliseum. Just a complete circle. The Oakland Raiders play there. The Oakland A's played there first and had the longest tenure there. Just a lot of stuff, a lot of history, a lot of great players. Came there. Mickey Mantle, right when the stadium opened, pretty much hit his 500th home run there. Ricky Jackson, Mark McGuire, Jose Canseco, they were all there. I mean, just so much history in the Oakland A's, and you can see the Oakland A's. That was filmed today. Today was their last game on Thursday. You can see how sad the fans were and how passionate. I mean, they did not leave. They stayed to the very end, and they got their last win. And now they're going to Sacramento for a few years, and then they're moving to Las Vegas. And what was pretty crappy was that the owner didn't walk down on the field and thank the fans or anything else. I don't understand that owner. I wish he would have sold the stadium. But anyway, that's for another story and definitely not college football updates. So anyway, let's go ahead and get on to week 5 because I'm ready for bed. All right. So week 5, I'm going to bring this over and we're going to do this. I'm not even going to worry about pausing anything or doing anything. So we're just going to get everything. You're going to see everything today. Week 5, 2024, Minnesota at Michigan. How about that Michigan USC game? Wow, that was crazy, huh? Man, if you guys didn't see that last week, that was a great game. Michigan, they were down and out. I mean, just thank goodness that they were able to pull it out at the end. Now, Minnesota comes into the big house. Michigan's minus 9.5. It's 11 a.m. on Fox. I even think the big game Saturday or big noon Saturday is going to be there for Fox at Michigan. They always seem to favor the big house for whatever reason. There's really not a lot to digest. I'm surprised that this point spread hasn't gone up a little bit. I'm surprised it's not minus 14, minus 13.5. PJ Fleck, the Minnesota head coach, always has a great program, but he never seems to get Minnesota like there. I mean, he's always looking for that great victory. I'm not going to spend a lot of time with this because I just want to get this over with. I look for Michigan to win. I look for Michigan to win by at least 14 points, 2 touchdowns. So we're just going to take Michigan, 9.5, lock it in. First game of the day, 11 a.m. on Fox. All right, bam. It is there. Michigan 9.5, minus 9.5. And this week, for the first time this season, LSU is not on the board. Yeah, I decided to take them off. Thought about adding them. Decided to let them cool off a little bit. All right, next up, Oklahoma. We just talked about Oklahoma. It's playing Auburn at Auburn. This is so cool. We get to see Oklahoma, the new SEC team, playing these old story SEC teams. Auburn this year is all over the place. I haven't really watched Auburn this much this season. I've been focused on other better games because, man, we've had some great games this season every week. So I really haven't been focused on Auburn, so I really can't give you the breakdown of Auburn. But I do know, I looked over some stats and stuff, and it's pretty scary. I mean, stuff that will make Halloween look pretty good if you had an Auburn jersey and you were in a haunted house or something. You know, Oklahoma's -2.5. I really like Oklahoma here. I think this is going to be an interesting game. I'm probably going to see more defense. You might even want to take the under in this game. Because Oklahoma doesn't seem to score a lot of points. Auburn doesn't seem to score a lot of points. So take a look at that over-under, too, and see what you guys think. You know, you could even wait for the first quarter, kind of feel the teams out and see how they're doing. But Oklahoma's -2.5. First time going to Auburn. They're going to hear the War Eagle chant and everything else. It's going to be quite interesting. But I do like Oklahoma in this. I think Oklahoma's going to cover. I even think Oklahoma's going to win this game outright. I think Oklahoma's going to win by at least a touchdown, by 7 points. So let's go ahead and lock it in. Oklahoma -2.5. And guys, if I don't do well, I'll just blame it on all the cough syrup I've been drinking for the past couple of days. Man. All right. Next up is Ohio State -23.5 against Michigan State. Man, you guys can't make this up. Ohio State hasn't played anybody, and they still haven't played anybody. This kind of reminds me of the old Alabama teams. You know, they would be ranked number 2, number 1, and the biggest team they played was Sister Mary the Poor. Same with Ohio State. When do they get to the meat of their schedule? I want to see Ohio State play Georgia, Texas, somebody. USC even. I mean, hey, look, you know, I watched that game. Michigan State, come on, man. Michigan State, you know. Anyway, Ohio State's -23.5. There's not a lot to break down. Michigan State is not doing well this year. They still have a pretty good defense. But it's really, I mean, Ohio State's just going to run this team over. It's going to be close in the first half with the point spread. You know, I imagine it's probably going to be like 23, 25 points in half, and then Ohio State's going to start blowing the doors off of Michigan State. So look for this game. Look for Ohio State to cover, but not by much with the point spread, because I expect Michigan State to get at least 10 to 14 points in garbage time. So with that being said, this game is like around 25 points. I would kind of fade this game. You know, you can even look at the over-under in this. But Ohio State is definitely going to win this game, and I like them to cover. So let's go ahead and just lock it in. Ohio State -23.5. Really not a lot to talk about. We turn that program around. So this game could actually be quite interesting. So if you want to fade this game, you can. But I remember Mel Tucker, man. You know, he was, you know, he made his money. He did everything. He sold the farm right because he was like, oh, LSU's looking at me. You know, you got to pay me this money. Oh, man. Oh, Mel Tucker. But, yeah, look for Jonathan Smith to do quite well with Michigan State and turn around that program. I don't know if they're there right now, but over the years, you're probably going to see Michigan State start climbing up in the AP poll. But for this game, we're going to take Ohio State -23.5. It's going to be a tight cover, but Ohio State is going to win the game outright. And next up is Oregon at UCLA. We picked UCLA with the points, and we picked LSU to win last week, but UCLA to take the points and to cover. So that was great. We did awesome with that. Oregon is ranked number 8. They're doing great over there. But if you looked at who they're playing and everything else, they play really close games with a kind of a tough opponent. And I see UCLA as a middle-of-the-road tough opponent. They played LSU pretty tough. They played all their opponents pretty tough. They haven't quite found everything to click to get over the hump of closing out close games like LSU and a couple other games they played this season. But UCLA is there, and I imagine they're going to play Oregon pretty tough because, you know, this kind of goes back to the old Pac-12. Hard to believe, you know, it's no longer the Pac-12. And you can't even call it Pac After Dark anymore. But this is an old rival. You know, these two teams were in the Pac-12. I like UCLA plus 25.5. And to keep that spread, to keep the points. I look for Oregon to win this game, but I also look for UCLA plus 25.5. Give me all that day long, and I will take it. It's at a 10 p.m. on Fox. And I looked at it several times. I want to make sure it's at 10 p.m., but they say it's 10 p.m. on Fox. So if that is the case, that is the old pack after dark. But we're just going to go ahead and lock it in. We're only going to do 4 games. UCLA plus 25.5, and let's go from there. All right, there we go. We got it locked in. Do you guys even watch me talk or anything else, or you just go straight to the end of the video and just like, all right, let's see what all no sevens put down. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, perfect. We don't want to hear no sevens rant anyway. So this week, I guess the casino gods must have heard me bitching about the parlays, because they gave us some parlays for this week, and these are money lines. Stop sending me comments about the point spreads. There's no point spreads. It's money lines. Okay, off the soapbox again. So parlay, money lines: Oregon, LSU, Clemson, Ohio State, USC, and Michigan. I know there's a few teams on there that we didn't cover, but we do like those to win outright, and go from there. If any of those teams do not win outright, then well, we got some serious problems. But just throw like I always tell you, 10, 20 bucks. I have a couple guys that email me and they throw $2,000 on there and they make $200, as a profit for the guaranteed wins. And hey, look, man, it's all for you, but I don't want to. To me, it's a little bit different. I don't know if I want to put $2,000 out just to win $200. But hey, look, whatever makes you guys happy, whatever you guys want to gamble, whatever you guys feel safe to gamble, and go from there. But I like to put 20 bucks on there, 10, 20 bucks, and it pays for my gas. It pays for a slice of pizza at the casino when I'm cashing in my sports betting tickets. And hey, look, that's all that matters to me. But guys, I'm super tired. My voice is hurting right now. It is officially 1:34 in the morning, so I am going to go to bed. And no sevens is going to catch you on the flip side. And I'm trying to work on this craps video. I just have not been home on a weekend yet. I've literally, since before week 0, have been literally running around like my head has been chopped off. And I think the next time I have off is the middle of November. And I might just pass out for a weekend. So I'm really trying to get everything for you for the craps video. But I'm barely have enough time to just do the football picks right now. So trying to squeeze in a lot. I am completely overwhelmed with work right now. But hopefully I can get everything in place and I can get everything taken care of and spend a little bit more time with my craps table and you guys. But thank you so much for all your love and support. And no sevens. We'll catch you on week 6, the halfway point of college football season. Hard to believe it's already here next week. See you on the flip side.